Now in Good Morning Northwest, Spokane's largest homeless shelter is in peril. Why the Trent Resource and Assistance Center is threatened with closing its doors.
The rain has begun and will continue for the next several days. We're going to tell you when we're going to see the break and how much we could be getting. That's coming up.
Israeli soldiers begin their invasion of Gaza's south, with innocent people caught in the crossfire. What Israel says needs to happen for it to agree to another ceasefire. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks so much for starting your Tuesday with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Tuesday, December 5th. Mark is here to start us off with our first alert forecast.
I know we're 20 days away from the big day, but many have their trees up already, and there's a fire in the background here, and it would feel oh so good over the next couple of days. But we do have a flood watch and the 4 things you need to know. It's going to be rainy and breezy today. We're going to see that again tomorrow, continuing into Thursday. But it will be cooling into the weekend with an opportunity to see the potential for snow. Flood watch in effect until Thursday. That's for Spokane North, also North Idaho, all the way into the mountains and I-90 crossing over. Look out. A lot of rain. Now, this is what we currently have when we look at the live satellite and radar. So Spokane, we're going to see a bit of a break here. We do have more that's coming in behind that. So it looks like as this continues to push out, if we get a little break here, that's going to happen just about the time those kids are going off to school. That'd be nice, but the likelihood is it will be raining as they're walking home or waiting for the school bus. Temperatures into the mid-40s right now, 48 into Ritzville, 47 into Pullman. Sandpoint, you're at 34 degrees. Our day today. It's going to be rain. 10 o'clock, 46. Look for 48. Our high today officially. We have low 50s downtown, by the way, right now. But we are going to see a continuation of rain tonight, overnight, and through tomorrow.
Thanks, Mark. New details about Israel's expanding ground war in Gaza amid growing concerns about the humanitarian crisis that's unfolding.
And this morning, we are getting a better sense of just how long Israel's intense bombing campaign against Hamas could last. Let's get to Sydney Charles at the Breaking Down desk with the latest details from the Middle East.
This morning, Israel's defense minister sitting down with ABC News off camera saying he believes the war in its current intensity will last at least another 2 months. He says Israeli military leaders increasingly concede that killing all of Hamas's estimated 30,000 fighters will be impossible, adding that their goal is to break down the chain of command, having already killed 40% of battalion leaders. These satellite images show Israeli military vehicles in southern Gaza, where many people were previously told to flee to safety. Up to 600 Americans are still inside Gaza, including Maria El-Farah's father.
People are sheltering together, so there'll be 20, 30 people all together, and there's not enough food.
Israel says it's dropping leaflets urging people to move to designated safe zones. One UN official saying every time we think things cannot get any more apocalyptic in Gaza, they do. Israel says it will only consider another pause in the fighting if Hamas returns the 15 women and 2 children still in its custody. And the humanitarian crisis continues to grow in Gaza. Just last night, phone and internet service went down again, only adding to the chaos for the people living there. And coming up in 30 minutes, I'll have details from Washington, D.C. on a new aid package for both Israel and Ukraine and why many lawmakers are at odds about that aid. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Thanks, Sydney. Back here in our area, Spokane's largest homeless shelter could close its doors if the city doesn't select an operator by the end of the year. Right now, the Salvation Army operates the Trent Resource and Assistance Center, also known as the TRAC.
But that contract is set to expire at the end of the month. The city council was supposed to vote last night on a contract that would allow the Salvation Army to operate the shelter through April of 2024 for $3.2 million. But the council announced the vote will now take place during a special meeting that will be held on December 14th. Mayor-elect Lisa Brown has been critical of the TRAC shelter, but says it's important that it stays open, especially as winter approaches.
I anticipate that we will be making a change at some point over the next year. But right now, the most important thing is continuity because it is cold outside and we need to have some place where people can go.
Now, meanwhile, the Salvation Army has opened its family emergency shelter. Leaders of the nonprofit say they've been seeing record numbers of families needing a safe place to stay. The Salvation Army says it's a bit short on funding for the shelter, but the need was so great it decided to open the shelter anyway. There are 11 studio units at the family emergency shelter. Each one comes with bunk beds, a kitchen, and a bathroom, and all utilities are included. The Salvation Army says families with kids who are experiencing homelessness can stay here for up to 90 days. Families will also be given a case manager.
They move from a place of crisis and emergency, and we surround them with healthy community, new associations, setting goals, and establishing hope for the future so that these families, when they arrive in a housing situation, they're able to be sufficient in that place.
Now, if you'd like to donate or find more information on how to receive assistance like this, you can head on over to our website, KXLY.com.
The trial of former Pasco police officer Richard Aguirre resumes this morning. He's on trial for the first-degree murder of Ruby Doss in 1986. Doss's body was found in a vacant lot in East Spokane. So far, a former police detective and forensic officer have been called as witnesses. The defense argues evidence points to someone other than Aguirre.
Well, your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:06.
Yeah, we've been talking about it. It is a warm morning. It is a wet morning. Mark is making his way over to the Weather Center. In the meantime, here's a live look at what's happening out there. Look at those wet roads.
That's going to be the continuation not only of this morning, but as you're heading home from work and school and through tomorrow. Boy, the wet roadways. Take it easy. Give yourself a little extra time. Your full forecast is coming up.
Some disturbing news coming out of the war in the Middle East. Coming up, how many Palestinians are now refugees? And
the Supreme Court wrestles with whether the law shields the wealthy Sackler family from bankruptcy for their part in creating the opioid epidemic. We'll hear arguments a little later on Good Morning Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Spokane Exercise Equipment is the Inland Northwest premier provider of top-of-the-line exercise and rehabilitation equipment. Once the Spokane Exercise Equipment technicians have finished setting up your new home gym, that's when the workout competition begins. Spokane Exercise Equipment has all you need to achieve your fitness goals. They offer delivery, installation, service, and maintenance for all residential and commercial customers. Visit them in downtown Spokane or go online to see their full line of products.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been North Idaho's premier flooring shop for over 30 years. From remodels to new construction, they've got your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their expert design team will work with you to find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. They've got the lowest prices. From carpet and area rugs to hardwood, LVP, and laminate, if you can dream it, they can floor it. Dream it, design it, live it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
Ironstone Furniture and Fire wants you to have all the comfort and total joy. Whether it's a cozy reason to hit snooze, eat dinner, or a spot to kick back, we have furniture that is good looking, well built, and comfortable. Just add your favorite people. In stock now. Visit our showroom, Ironstone Furniture and Fire in Coeur d'Alene.
It's time to say yes to your healthcare story. The Washington Health Plan Finder helps you find new health plan options like Cascade Care. These plans cover primary care visits, mental health services, and generic drugs all before meeting a deductible. Start your next chapter off right by enrolling in your 2023 health plan at wahealthplanfinder.org. Don't wait until it's too late. Enroll now.
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right for you. The award-winning Chevy Equinox, the hardworking Chevy Silverado, or the all-new high-tech Chevy Trax. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Use your Red Tag bonus cash to get $8,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado.
See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Just about 10 minutes after 6, here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Almost 1.9 million people in Gaza have been displaced since the beginning of the war between Hamas and Israel.
According to the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestine Refugees, that is more than 80% of Gaza's total population. The agency says 218 displaced people have died while staying at UN facilities, and more than 900 have been injured. They say some of those facilities have been hit directly since the beginning of the war, and 55 sustained collateral damage.
At least 13 people have now died in a volcanic eruption in Indonesia, including 2 missing climbers now accounted for. 2 climbers are still missing as search and rescue efforts continue. 3 other climbers were found alive Monday.
Well, the southern Indian city of Chennai has been grappling with flooding and heavy rains, the effects of a cyclone which has been lashing the region. Local authorities say that at least 6 people have been killed. The disaster has closed schools and grounded flights. The storm made landfall just a few hours ago.
More than 10 million people in the Pacific Northwest are under flood watches today. Strong atmospheric rivers are blasting our region with heavy rain extending through southern Washington, Oregon's Cascades, and northern California. The exact strength and overall impact of this weather event should become clearer once this week's atmospheric river comes to an end on Wednesday.
And even after that, we're still going to see some rain and or snow. But today, the 10-second takeaway, the rain is here. It is going to be breezy today. Winds gusting in excess of 20 miles an hour. Take your time. Grab your rain gear. 48 the high today.
The former U.S. ambassador to Bolivia has been charged, accused of acting as a secret agent of the Cuban government. Attorney General Merrick Garland says that since at least 1981, Manuel Rocha has been working for Fidel Castro.
Falsely pledging loyalty to the United States while serving a foreign power is a crime that will be met with the full force of the Justice Department.
Now, Rocha faces charges of conspiracy, acting as an illegal agent of a foreign government, and unlawful use of a passport obtained by a false statement. His arrest comes as one of the highest reaching and longest lasting infiltration of the U.S. government by a foreign entity. Well, your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:12 on this Tuesday.
A vending machine, not for snacks, but for a life-saving medication. You can find 2 of them in North Idaho. We have the story coming up.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV. Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been North Idaho's premier flooring shop for over 30 years. From remodels to new construction, they've got your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their expert design team will work with you to find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. They've got the lowest prices. From carpet and area rugs to hardwood, LVP and laminate, if you can dream it, they can floor it. Dream it, design it, live it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I gotta call SWAP. I gotta call SWAP.
Here you go.
That's it? I'm calling them.
You forgot your check.
Craig Swap & Associates is on your side. We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Spokane's hottest music.
Break me for so done with you, girl. I've been popping, man, I feel just like a rock star.
Hot 96.9.
You know, there's millions of people without the health insurance they need.
I get it. You feel like it's too pricey, a headache to deal with, and not worth it.
You deserve something better and better. We're on a mission to get everyone high-quality health insurance.
We have plans with as low as $0 out-of-pocket premiums, a network of local doctors, and a rewards program for making healthy choices.
Nice.
That's why we're America's #1 marketplace health insurance. So call us or go online now. And Better Health. On a mission for better.
Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and warm. Your comfort is Andes' priority. Get ready for the cold with a high-efficiency furnace from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andes offers a wide range of top-quality heating systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andes' team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can trust Andes to diagnose and fix any issue efficiently. Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
It's time
to jumpstart your New Year's resolutions this week at Move Fitness with a special Enroll Now $24 offer to get you moving more in 2024. Move Fitness.
Welcome back in. Just after 6:15, it's never been easier for anyone to get their own Narcan free of charge.
Idaho's Panhandle Health District just added 2 brand new Narcan vending machines to the area. You can find these machines inside the St. Vincent de Paul shelter in Coeur d'Alene and at the Shoshone County Fire District. These machines are available to anyone in the community, even if you're coming from Spokane or other parts of Washington. One common misconception about Narcan is that you should only carry this if you or someone you know uses drugs. But the health district believes everyone should have it on hand.
People could even be at a local grocery store and somebody could overdose. So just great for the community to have access to free Narcan and have it on hand should they need it.
The health district says it's seen an uptick in calls from community members asking for this life-saving treatment for family and friends.
Well, the Supreme Court seems divided over a bankruptcy settlement for Purdue Pharma, the makers of OxyContin. Now, if approved, the deal would mean billions of dollars would go to fighting the ongoing opioid crisis across the U.S. It would also provide the owners of the company, the Sackler family, immunity and protections from any lawsuits.
The victims fought for this plan because they want to help people who have lost loved ones, who have been affected by the opioid crisis, to recover money.
Now, the deal is being challenged by the U.S. Trustee Program, an office inside the Department of Justice, claiming that the deal violates federal law by guaranteeing wide-ranging immunity for the Sacklers since they themselves did not declare bankruptcy.
And we are taking a live look right now at the area of TJ Meanock and Pettit Drive, where there is some kind of police activity going on. Roads are blocked. We are working to get you information. You can see right now police on scene. Crime tape is up. Again, we're working on getting you the latest information, so stick with us. Actually, looks like it's Augusta and not Pettit Drive. So. Okay, there's that. So what are you working on today?
Working on the fact that snow level has climbed up so high that in Stevens Pass, it's rain. I mean, we're seeing with this this atmospheric river, as everyone is calling it, Snoqualmie passes rain. 4th of July, camera's still out of service. If you're a Prime member, they can get you one in 2 days. Also, we have, as you cross over Lookout Summit, again, just wet roadways. So along those lines, traffic-wise, it's going to be fine. And we look at our current conditions. This actual temperature, 38 into Deer Park, 47 into Cheney, 53 into Liberty Lake. Gusty winds associated with some of this, but officially, Spokane International, we're sitting at 46 degrees. We do have, again, that flood watch in effect for areas of northeastern Washington, North Idaho. We're seeing that to fruition with those higher elevations starting to melt off as it comes down. It's a cumulative effect, and we're going to see all of this add up to low-lying flooding and, of course, the urban street flooding in and around our area. 1/3 of an inch by this afternoon. By tomorrow, we're going to be coming in at about an inch for Spokane. We're going to have more of that into North Idaho. Extreme North Idaho looking to get over 2 to 3 inches of rain out of this, certainly into Sandpoint. St. Mary's ½ an inch. But look at 1.4 inches potentially in Ritzville. So that's a lot of rain. 48 for our high today. And officially, we're sitting at 45 degrees right now. Gusty winds to go with that. Tonight, the rain will continue, 41. We could see a break today in the rain, but not for very long. And those gusty winds are going to be coming along with this front. Now, we look at our forecast radar, and I-90, sort of that dividing part again. By tonight, 5 o'clock, we should see widespread showers. And then again, we see this to the north. That's why we're going to see so much into North Idaho. Really concentrating that and then getting pushed north from a system sitting in the Midwest. Now, once that weakens and this moves across, we start to dry to the west side. But now we're going to see a continuation of some sporadic shower activity, certainly Thursday morning, excuse me, coming in with more rain, snow into the mountains, the snow level falling to what would be for the skiers an acceptable level, which would mean the ski areas could get some fresh snow. 48 will be our high today, 47 in Moses Lake. Wenatchee at 42 degrees. We're going to have temperatures nearing 50 throughout our area into the Palouse. You could be into the mid-50s today. Will remain warm. again, temperatures into the mid-30s is normal for this time of year. Wednesday, it's going to be 49. Now, Thursday, 40, 70% chance of rain or rain-snow mix, depending. Now, we see that chance decrease to 50% on Friday, but our highs are going to be normal into the mid-30s with overnight lows below freezing. So we see the opportunity, I don't know if opportunity for some snow in the lower elevations, aka where we live. So we'll see that. Should be fairly light, but certainly it is going to be another big change for us coming our way.
Indeed.
Just when all the snow goes away, coming back again as we head into winter. All right, thanks, Mark.
Good morning, Northwest Times, now 6:20.
The Seahawks were at the top of the NFC just a few weeks ago, but now with just 5 games left, they're in danger of missing the playoffs. What Coach Pete Carroll says the team needs to do to stay in the hunt. It's coming up next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. A Washington group home where boys should have been safe. The reality?
Sick and heinous things that shouldn't happen to children happen to me.
Decades later, justice. But is it enough? Hell on the Range. Thursday on 4 News Now at 6.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
My favorite thing about the Power Swabs is that I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I felt like I can immediately see the results, and I'm like, oh, I'm definitely starting to see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
If you have yellowing between your teeth, if you have coffee or tea stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And in each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution.
Well, they're whiter, they're brighter, and I feel better about my smile. And it was so easy to do.
One friend was like, your teeth look like really white. Did you do anything to it? And I was like, I did. I did Power Swabs.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This Cyber Week, order Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 50% off and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit PowerSwabs.com today.
Get your groove on at Mysticquoi Casino Hotel Sunday, December 31st. You could win your share of over $15,000 in cash. Enjoy party favors to ring in 2024. Learn more at Mysticquoi.com.
Well, just a month ago, the Seattle Seahawks were sitting at first place in the NFC West and in great position for the postseason, but that's all changed in an instant, and now the team is on the outside looking in of the playoff picture, and the road is about to get a whole lot tougher from here. The problem as of late has been on the defensive side of the ball. It's been downright dreadful. In Seattle's last 2 games, they've given up an average of 36 points and nearly 400 yards, while only coming up with a single turnover. And last Thursday, we saw what this team looks like when they go up against an elite offense, as Dallas seemingly just couldn't be stopped. Now, even though it's been a rough few weeks, Pete Carroll knows his team is still good enough to get into the playoffs.
I don't know that there's enough games. Maybe there isn't. Maybe we run out of games. I don't know. But we're going to have to make some big noise here in the next couple weeks, and then we got to just keep on going. We will be hardened. We will be competitively battlefield tested as well as you could be prepared.
Now, the schedule doesn't get any easier from here, though, as the Seahawks are going to travel out to the Bay Area to take on the 49ers for the second time in 3 weeks. Really feel like Seattle needs this one to stay in the hunt. Now, staying in the Emerald City, the Heisman Trophy finalists were announced on Monday, and they will include Washington's Michael Penix Jr. The nation's leading passer threw for more than 4,300 yards and 33 touchdowns this season. He'll be joined by Oregon's Bo Nix, Ohio State's Marvin Harrison Jr., and LSU's Jaden Daniels, who, as of right now, is the odds-on favorite to win it. Now, the trophy ceremony is going to take place on Saturday evening, as Penix will look to become the first Husky ever to win the award. Reporting in studio, I'm Alex Crescenti, 4 News Now Sports.
Good morning. Northwest time is now just about 6:25.
Still to come this morning, there's still a lot of details we don't know about what led up to a suspected shoplifter being shot and killed inside a Spokane Walmart. But this morning, we're hearing from one woman who saw the altercation firsthand.
And new overnight, a crazy house explosion in Arlington, Virginia, caught on camera. We'll show you more of that video. You just have to see to believe. As we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on GMA at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, promposal gone wrong.
In any instant, he could have passed away.
You can see a Porsche driven police say by a student, his girlfriend in the passenger seat, barreling through a stop sign into a motorcycle. The rider, 18-year-old William Vanasap, thrown into the air, plummeting to the ground.
Okay, can you move your leg at all?
Now, Vanasap filing a notice of claim against the school district and the city, stating the student driving the Porsche had permission from the school resource officer and the principal to run a stop sign in the school parking lot as part of the student's plan to ask a girl to an upcoming school dance. Overnight, the victim's family speaking out to GMA.
So for this incident to happen like that was very shocking to us.
And unfortunately, William will have lifelong injuries.
And we'll have much more on this promposal gone wrong coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
This is how it feels to do more with less asthma, thanks to Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Imagine that. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic for asthma.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Save your green!
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Roundup's like an accidental savings account.
But how much can you really save?
Yeah, I mean,
whoa.
For safe winter driving, Perfection Tires got it. Cooper, Nokian, Toyo, and many other quality brands.
Winter tires can allow you to stop up to 50% faster on snow and ice.
Expert advice, fair price, easy credit. Nobody beats Perfection.
more turkey than you can handle. Cut the calories and shop the extended Black Friday super sale at Furniture Row. That's more days to find huge savings store-wide. More days to shop special purchases. And best of all, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. And decorating your entire home just got easier with 4 years, no interest financing. But hurry, the extended Black Friday super sale at Furniture Row ends Thursday.
Don't let freezing temperatures leave you stranded this winter. Let our certified technicians at Perfection winterize your car.
We'll check your tires, antifreeze, battery, belts and hoses, wipers, lighting, and more.
Keep your car going strong this winter. Nobody beats Perfection.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now Story Tracker starts with news making headlines this morning.
4 Republicans will face off in the 4th GOP presidential primary debate happening tomorrow in Alabama. The participating candidates include Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy, and former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie. It's the smallest debate stage lineup so far, coming just 6 weeks before the Iowa caucuses. Former President Donald Trump, who's the front runner, is again skipping the debate.
Today, the Supreme Court is hearing a case that could make it harder for Congress to tax the multi-wealthy. The case centers on a couple who were investors in an India-based company. They were hit with a one-time $15,000 tax bill because of a provision in the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. They argue they should not be taxed because the company's profits were reinvested and they never received any income from it. The justices could limit their decision to just this measure, but any ruling in favor of the couple could inject a lot of uncertainty in the nation's current tax code.
Well, the price of gold just hit record high levels. The precious metal sold for $2,135 an ounce yesterday. That's $50 more than the previous record. Experts say the record price could reflect investors being worried about the Israeli-Hamas war, along with the Ukraine-Russian war. Another factor could be predictions that the Federal Reserve will start cutting interest rates next year, lowering the value of U.S. Treasuries. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Tuesday, December 5th. Mark here with the first alert forecast, and it's a wet one.
Yeah, light rain continues to fall throughout our area. We've seen, again, some areas of heavier rain coming through, and now it's really off to just light showers. 46 both in Coeur d'Alene and in Spokane with those wet roadways. Here we go. Here's what we're tracking. Today, the rain has started. It's really not going to stop. We're going to see more rain that's going to continue through midweek, and then we're going to see things cool down with snow returning next weekend, and that's going to be in the higher elevations and then lowering down by Friday morning into our neck of the woods. We do have a flood watch in effect through Thursday. It has a lot of the areas around I-90 North, and the reason for that, as you can see in the radar and satellite, this is what's actually happening. Now, we do see a break right now coming along I-90, but there's more right behind it. So we're not going to get much of a break there. More rain coming in this atmospheric river, if you will. We're going to have temperatures that are going to continue to be very mild. Currently, we're sitting into the mid-40s, 44 into Grand Coulee, Ritzville at 49 degrees with rain, 47 into Pullman. So everybody's got the rain. Here's our day today. We're going to have good air quality. We're expecting temperatures just to come up to 48 degrees. Officially, we're sitting at 45 right now. But again, with a few breaks in there, it is going to be a rainy day.
We are learning more about what led to police shooting and killing a suspected shoplifter in a North Spokane Walmart Sunday.
The busy store was full of people who saw it all unfold. According to the Spokane Police Department, an officer working security called for backup before approaching that suspected shoplifter. Now, once the officers approached, a long physical fight followed. The Spokane Police Department says during the initial investigation, they discovered a loaded gun belonging to the suspect near where the fight took place. Now, one witness is Leslie Beitnar, who says that she came out of the bathroom to see the suspect being tased on the ground right in front of her.
He somehow got up and started running in the direction that I was in. So I quickly went down one of the register areas, and he was literally running while he was being tased again.
Now, she says the man was visibly beaten up at this point and continued to try to escape police even as he was repeatedly tased. She and her husband were on their way out the door when they heard the gunshot that potentially killed the man. His identity has still not been confirmed. Now, it's very common to see police contracted out to work private security at places like retail stores.
It's something we noticed when Camp Hope was at its peak, where police would work around-the-clock security for the Walmart on Sprague. But we wanted to take a deeper dive into the roles and limitations of off-duty police working private security. It's known in the Spokane Municipal Code as extra-duty employment. Basically, private organizations can employ Spokane police as private security as long as it's approved by the police chief. And with the surge of retail crime across Washington, it's become more common. Store security cannot legally intervene with a shoplifter, but police can. But are there limitations when an off-duty officer is contracted to a private organization? For instance, can they still use force? According to the Department of Justice, off-duty police are allowed to use only the amount of force reasonably necessary to stop an illegal act. essentially even in private security. They are working as commissioned police officers, not as private citizens. So using force is allowed as long as the situation calls for it.
The new details from the Breaking Now desk. Live images out of Washington, D.C. this morning where the Biden administration is urging Congress to approve a nearly $106 billion aid package to fund the wars in Israel, Ukraine, and other security needs. Republican and Democratic lawmakers are at odds over this aid. Democrats are taking steps to bring the matter to the floor in the next few days, while many in the GOP say they're not going to budge unless a major domestic matter is included. Republicans want some of the funds to address the country's immigration concerns.
Security supplemental must include funding and policy reforms to address the crisis at the southern border.
Now, the White House issued a letter yesterday saying not providing more funds for Ukraine will, quote, kneecap Ukraine on the battlefield. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is pushing for a vote on the Ukraine-Israel aid package this week.
Democrats want to be reasonable on immigration. We're willing to make concessions, but we will not keep going in circles if Republicans aren't interested in even meeting us halfway.
Now, officials say if an agreement isn't reached soon, the U.S. could face critical national security risks. And today, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky will address U.S. senators by video to brief officials on the state of war in Ukraine. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now. Well, what you just saw there was a duplex exploding in Arlington, Virginia. Police were investigating the house because neighbors reported the person inside was firing a flare gun outside of the home. When police arrived, the suspect fired several rounds inside the house, and that's when it exploded. Neighbors several blocks away said they could feel the blast.
But you could feel the sound concussion.
Now, as firefighters brought the fire under control, many questions lingered, including why the suspect was firing those flares in the first place. The officers on scene suffered some minor injuries in that blast. No word on the condition of the suspect inside the home and if he survived.
A place where boys should have been safe was a house of horror, and the state of Washington placed boy after boy at J. Bardee Ranch in Pontchartrain County for years when there were no other foster homes available. There were rapes, beatings, and torture by staff members, but also among the boys that was sometimes encouraged when a staff member called open season on one of them.
I saw these kids take off their boots, rocks, throw them at them, punch them, kick them, do whatever they could to beat the living, and you're talking, had to be 8-10 kids easy, and they swore on him, and that's what open season meant. I learned that very quickly.
And that man you just heard from is one of the reasons J. Bardee Ranch got shut down. Decades later, it's also costing the state of Washington millions of dollars. You'll hear his incredible story in my special report coming up Thursday on 4 News Now at 6.
Well, your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:37 on this Tuesday.
Let's check in with Mark again, talking about a warmer start to our morning.
Yeah, the kids are going to go, well, it's in the mid-40s, come on. But you're going to go, oh, it's wet. Make sure that you have a rain layer for those kids, and they'll need it on the way home, too. We're going to see rain, light rain at times through the day. We take a live look at the One Spokane Stadium, and yeah, those are wet roadways. Take it easy. We do have ponding on many of the streets, so go slow.
As we gear up for another round of holiday air travel, a new report is uncovering glaring vulnerabilities in the nation's aviation industry. Details that will probably have you concerned.
And this more than 100-year-old baseball card just pulled some big money at auction. How much someone is willing to pay for Babe Ruth's rookie card, we'll let you know coming up next.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Your whole health is more than what you find at the doctor's office, because it's all around you. The food you eat, what makes you happy, and what keeps you up at night. The place you call home. It's why we created a health insurance company that considers so much more. WellPoint. Your whole health is our whole point.
Spokane's grand holiday tradition lives at Christmas Tree Elegance in the Davenport Hotel and River Park Square. Fabulous packages raffle to support our symphony.
We want a tree. We want a tree, and so can you.
Okay, someone just did laundry. No, I add Downy Light so the freshness really lasts.
Yeah, most Senate stuff gives me a headache, but this is just right.
And I don't like anything.
But I like this.
Get a light scent that lasts with no heavy perfumes or dyes.
Magical moments. Snowy adventures. Warming up. Making memories. A winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
If somebody's out there and they're on the streets and they feel lost, I just want them to know that there is hope. And everybody ultimately may give up on you. It's very important that you don't give up on yourself. I know it's hard and I know it's difficult and you feel like you're not gonna make it, but if you wanna make it, best believe you're gonna make it. Even though you don't think you can change, you can. And when you're ready, there are people out there that will help you.
It is now 6:40 as millions of people prepare to fly for the holidays. A new report by the New York Times says there are glaring vulnerabilities in the nation's aviation safety system. The report says air traffic controllers are being pushed to the brink. Using open records requests, the Times found reports that some controllers admitted to being drunk, smoking marijuana, or experiencing violence on the job, and in some cases even sleeping during a shift.
Shortage is a big problem, and if you look at how long it takes to get a certified air traffic controller from the academy to certified in a facility, could take 2 to 3 years.
My initial focus has been on how to make these numbers go up quickly without lowering standards.
Some relief could come from the FAA's Collegiate Training Initiative, which fast-tracks getting controllers into control towers using select colleges and universities.
All right, 6:41. It is a Tuesday. Here's your 10-second takeaway. The rain is here. There's no doubt about that. Breezy conditions at times, gusts 30 miles an hour. So take your time today. Grab your rain gear. You're going to need it. 48 are high today.
Well, a rare baseball card more than 100 years old drew some big money at an auction in Baltimore on Monday. This Babe Ruth rookie card from 1914 was sold for a whopping $7.2 million, making one of the highest selling baseball cards in history. The card shows 19-year-old Ruth in a Baltimore Orioles uniform with the team's schedule on the back of the card. Now, executive director of the Babe Ruth Birthplace Museum says Ruth is an icon and the card will only rise in value.
You think of Marilyn Monroe, you think of Lucille Ball, you think of John Wayne. They have become almost legendary in their status, and Ruth has done that. He went from being a legend now to being almost mythical, larger than life.
Now, $7.2 million is the third highest amount ever paid for a sports card. In 1952, Topps Mickey Mantle's card sold for $12.6 million, and Honus Wagner's card sold for $7.25 million as well. That's a lot of money for a baseball card, but apparently it's an investment. It will keep getting value, right?
It sounds like it will. It's now 6:43.
We'll have Mark's full forecast coming up right after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Schedule your comprehensive eye exam at shopko.com or bring in your outside prescription.
Imagine if information came with a nutrition label. Then you'd know if what you're consuming has the right mix of facts, sources, and context. But it's on us to make healthier choices about what to consume, share, and act on. Get Newslit Fit at newsliteracyweek.org.
My advice to all the fathers out there, they grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
Do you have property damage?
Burke's Restoration provides full-service emergency response for residential and commercial disasters. Wind damage? Burke's can handle that. Is flooding your problem? Burke's Restoration knows just what to do. Fire or smoke damage? Call Burke's today. You didn't plan on a disaster, but you have a choice on who restores it. Choose the best. Burke's Restoration takes care of fire, smoke, wind, or water damage and more. Tell your insurance company you choose Burke's Restoration. Call or click today.
Find the perfect gift for your wine lover during our 12 days of gifting.
A new special every day. Visit us in-store or online.
Come in to Lake Creek today. Sip, shop, and ship most anywhere in the USA. Cheers.
Christmas savings are going on now at Buy-Mart with our latest member-only savings book, posted at buymart.com. All decorative throws are 40% off. Duraflame 6-count fire logs are just $12.99. Members save $4. Save 20% on all Christmas gift sets. Save more this Christmas season at Buy-Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
Time is running out. Shopko Optical can help maximize your vision benefits and FSA dollars before they expire. Get a comprehensive eye exam and discover your new style. Call Shopko Optical or visit shopko.com to schedule your exam.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Coeur d'Alene Convention and Visitors Bureau.
At 6:46, we are learning new information about breaking news. Take a live look right now. This is Pettit Drive and Augusta. The intersection is closed. Police say a caller reported seeing a naked man in the street. Police say they responded to the scene and tried to render aid, but he was pronounced dead. Major Crimes is investigating. That road will be closed during the investigation. We'll let you know more as we learn more.
Well, lots of your pets are getting in the holiday spirit. We're getting so many photos submitted to KXLY.com/holidaypets, and one of your submissions will win a $200 Amazon gift card, courtesy of BECU. Now, let's take a look at our next photo here. This is Hazel. Look at that kilt.
Holiday Hazel.
Holiday Hazel in her kilt. The message says that she's one of the special bottle babies at House Goat Haven. The contest runs through most of next month, so if you have plenty of time to submit your photo of your pet, if you have one. Well, have you heard, or would you say Hazel has Riz? I think I definitely would in that skirt. Do you even know what that word means?
If you have a teenager or if you've been around anyone younger than, well, let's say 25 years old recently, chances are you have heard or been told whether or not you have Riz. Well, now it's the Oxford Word of the Year. Taken from the word charisma, Riz refers to a person's ability to attract a romantic partner through style, charm, or attractiveness.
Mark, you got Riz.
Thank you. 3 weeks ago, if you said Hazel has Riz, I go, a vet could help. I'm sure of, how can it be the, I hadn't heard the word until about 3 weeks ago.
It's been growing the popularity on social media and TikTok and all that kind of stuff.
What are we saying? Am I out of the loop? My kids are out of the loop. No one's, coming up. I finally got drip. I finally got that figured out.
Well, now it's time to move on.
Similar, yes, similar. Just shortening everything. All right, here we go. Rain. That's what we have in our forecast, and that's the long and short of it. We're going to see rain, and that's going to continue until Thursday. We'll see a bit of a break. Right now, it's mild, 38 in the 9 Mile, 47 in Cheney, Deer Park 39. Spirit Lake, you're at 44 degrees. These are warm temperatures. Liberty Lake, you've cooled to 51 degrees. Now, we look at the flood watch. This is going to be in effect through Thursday afternoon because we have 1, 2, in some areas 3 inches of rain expected by Thursday. And this is northeastern Washington and North Idaho. Of course, I-90 right there, the dividing line to the north, expecting to see flooding. Already have urban flooding. All right, so we look at, we picked up 1,800 yesterday. We add to that, we're going to have 1/3 of an inch by this afternoon. We're going to have 1/2 an inch into Coeur d'Alene. And then we continue to see these amounts, which have held true in the past. We're going to have near an inch by tomorrow morning, over an inch into Coeur d'Alene. Look at Sandpoint. If they could transition that into snow into the higher elevations, which they will towards the end of the week, that'll help. But they could see up to 3 inches. 48 today, rain, south winds gusting to 30 miles an hour, so there will be a bit of a wind chill. Make sure that you're dressed appropriately if you have to be outdoors for any length of time. 41 for the overnight low, and again, potentially some patchy fog when the rain sort of stops. Forecast radar. We're calling for this to continue to be in there. We are going to see a break, but it's not ever going to last long. This atmospheric river continues through Wednesday into Thursday. It's Wednesday night, Thursday morning. We do see that break. Another round as this kicks north, and we're going to see that on Thursday. So our highs there are going to be in the upper 40s, 55 into Pullman, 54 into the Tri-Cities. Temperatures nearing 50 through Wednesday, Thursday 40. Now drier Friday 35 into the mid-30s over the weekend with a chance of rain or snow depending on timing and elevation. And that's going to be the pattern all the way through the weekend. Should be dry by Monday.
We'll need it by then,
yeah,
for sure. All right, thanks, Mark.
You bet.
It's now just about 10 minutes before the hour. Your morning sprint is coming up next.
Thanks so much for waking up with us on Good Morning Northwest on this Tuesday. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by $1 Million Quartet Christmas. 2 shows December 23rd.
A Washington group home where boys should have been safe. The reality?
Sick and heinous things that shouldn't happen to children happen to me.
Decades later, justice. But is it enough? Hell on the Range. Thursday on 4 News Now at 6.
Let's take a test drive of this rugged Nissan Frontier, redesigned inside and out. There's plenty of power so you can take it anywhere, thanks to an upgraded suspension, steering system, and powertrain. The cabin has improved too with a new seat design, larger storage compartments, and a big touchscreen that's smartphone compatible. If you weren't interested in a Nissan Frontier in the past, it's time to reevaluate. Test drive one at the new Coeur d'Alene Nissan.
You know, there's millions of people without the health insurance they need. I get it. You feel like it's too pricey, a headache to deal with, and not worth it. You deserve something better and better. We're on a mission to get everyone high-quality health insurance. We have plans with as low as $0 out-of-pocket premiums, a network of local doctors, and a rewards program for making healthy choices. Nice. That's why we're America's #1 marketplace health insurance. So call us or go online now. And Better Health. On a mission for better.
Hi, I'm Ken.
And I'm Donnie.
We lead the Advocates.
The Advocates fight for each of our injured clients. We take on big insurance and get big results.
We're both advocates, but we're very different from each other.
That's true.
I say potato, she says...
Potato.
Oh, I guess we're the same there.
Potato. Do people say that a different way?
Potato.
Who says it that way?
Never mind. Injured? You deserve an advocate.
Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical. Guarantees to keep your home safe and warm. Your comfort is Andy's priority. Get ready for the cold with a high-efficiency furnace from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andy's offers a wide range of top-quality heating systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andy's team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can trust Andy's to diagnose and fix any issue efficiently. Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical. Your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
Spokane's grand holiday tradition lives at Christmas Tree Elegance in the Davenport Hotel and River Park Square. Fabulous packages raffled to support our symphony.
We want a tree.
We want a tree, and so can you.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday in the morning sprint.
Sydney Charles has new details about Israel's expanding ground war in Gaza.
A flood watch is in effect this morning. Mark has your forecast to help you get ready for the wet weather. But first, breaking news in West Central Spokane. This is a live look at Pettit Drive and Augusta. The intersection is closed for a death investigation. Police say a caller reported seeing a naked man in the street. Police say they responded to the scene and tried to render aid. He was pronounced dead. Major Crimes is investigating. That intersection will be closed during the investigation. We'll let you know more when we learn more.
We're learning more about what led to a police shooting and killing a suspected shoplifter in North Spokane at a Walmart on Sunday. The busy store was full of people who saw it all unfold. According to the Spokane Police Department, an officer working security called for backup before approaching that suspected shoplifter. Once the officers approached, a long physical fight followed. The Spokane Police Department says during the initial investigation, they discovered a loaded gun belonging to the suspect near where the fight took place. One witness says that she came out of the bathroom to see the suspect being tased on the ground right in front of her. She says the man continued to try to escape police even as he was repeatedly tased. You can find that full testimony right now under this story on KXLY.com.
The trial of former Pasco police officer Richard Aguirre resumes this morning. He is on trial for the first-degree murder of Ruby Doss in 1986. Doss's body was found in a vacant lot in East Spokane. So far, a former police detective and forensic officer have been called as witnesses. The defense argues evidence points to someone other than Aguirre.
Take a look at what we have when it comes to our forecast today and our First Alert Weather. And that First Alert Weather app would be great to have. The radar is busy. Yeah, we've got the rain showers coming through. While Spokane gets a bit of a break, there is more just to the west that's going to move over the top of us. So if we do see a break, it won't last long. Temperatures right now into the mid 40s for us. We have temperatures around 51 into Liberty Lake. Our day today is going to be rain filled. We're expecting to see an inch or more of rain by the time this thing is done for today. Our high today is going to be 48.
All that snow that we got this weekend is melting, and it's causing some pretty big puddles. That's why the city of Spokane is asking people to try and clear the snow on top of storm drains. If not, it not only clears the road, but it also helps prevent a giant patch of ice from forming around it.
Spokane's largest homeless shelter could close its doors if the city does not select an operator by the end of the year. Right now, the Salvation Army operates the Trent Resource and Assistance Center, also known as TRAC. But that contract is set to expire at the end of the month. The city council was supposed to vote last night on a contract that would allow the Salvation Army to operate the shelter through April of 2024 for $3.2 million. The council announced the new vote will now take place during a special meeting that will be held on December 14th. Mayor-elect Lisa Brown has been critical of the TRAC shelter, but says it's important it stays open, especially as winter approaches.
Meanwhile, the Salvation Army of Spokane has opened its family emergency shelter. Leaders of the nonprofit say they've been seeing record numbers of families needing a safe place to stay. The Salvation Army says it's a bit short for funding for the shelter, but the need was so great that it decided to open the shelter anyway. There are 11 studio units at the family emergency shelter. The Salvation Army says families with kids who are experiencing homelessness can stay here for up to 90 days. If you'd like to donate or find out more information about this assistance, you can head to our website, KXLY.com.
And we're following new details on Israel's war with Hamas. Israel's defense minister sitting down with ABC News off camera this morning, saying he believes the war will last at least another 2 months. He says Israeli military leaders increasingly concede that killing all of Hamas's estimated 30,000 fighters will be impossible, adding that their goal is to break the chain of command, having already killed 40% of battalion leaders. Israel says it will only consider another pause in the fighting if Hamas returns the 15 women and 2 children still in its custody. The latest details on the war is coming up next on Good Morning America.
Well, it's never been easier for anyone to get their own Narcan free of charge. Idaho's Panhandle Health District just added 2 brand new Narcan vending machines to our area. You can find these machines inside the St. Vincent de Paul shelter in Coeur d'Alene and at the Shoshone County Fire District. These machines are available to anyone in the community, even if you're coming from Spokane or other parts of Washington.
Lots of pets are getting in the holiday spirit. We'd love to see yours. Send us your pictures to KXLY.com/holidaypets. We will choose one submission to win a $200 Amazon gift card courtesy of our friends at BECU. We'll be back to wrap things up with a final check of weather coming up right after this quick commercial break.
The Plant Farm poinsettias are here. Bring on the holidays and shape your Christmas world with the Plant Farm. Bring home the vibrant Bravo Red or break tradition and surprise your family with their many specialty colors like pink, orange, and even multicolored. Bring home a Plant Farm poinsettia today because life is better in the garden and your home.
See our huge selection of Camrys built for everyday drivers at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Another successful year of making spirits bright at Cowley Park. It just keeps getting bigger and better. We couldn't do it without the wonderful help from our sponsors, Ace Hardware and Horizon Credit Union. I'm Mark Peterson with the Extreme Team. All right, good morning, everybody. A live look at One Spokane Stadium, all lit up and wet all over. We've had light rain. We're getting a bit of a break right now. That's not going to last long. So for today, we've got a 100% chance of rain, 90% tomorrow, 70% chance Thursday. Decreasing chances on Friday and Sunday, but we kick up again on Saturday. So that gives you an idea of how the rain looks. Temperature-wise, we're into the upper 40s, hanging around 50 degrees today, tomorrow. It's going to be about 40 on Thursday. Now we start to see temperatures back to average over the weekend. Overnight lows below freezing, so rain or snow depending on timing and elevation.
Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Yeah, we'll see you throughout Good Morning America with live local updates. Have a great morning.